Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Welcome back to World 360. If you're a regular viewer, you've probably wondered why we haven't yet talked about the most devastating migrant crisis going on in Europe just now. The reason why is because we've been observing how the crisis has been unfolding over the past couple of weeks, and specifically the larger geopolitical tussle that is happening underneath this crisis. If you haven't already guessed it, we're going to be talking about the Middle Eastern migrants stuck at the border between Poland and Belarus. Several videos have surfaced of migrants from Syria, Iraq, and elsewhere in the Middle East camping out in frigid conditions on the Belarusian side of the Poland-Belarus border, desperately waiting to cross into Poland for a better life. At least 9 people have died due to lack of amenities, hunger, and harsh winter conditions. Even a 14-year-old Iraqi boy reportedly froze to death. So why did these migrants come to the border in the first place? Keep in mind that Belarus is a former Soviet republic ruled by strongman Alexander Lukashenko, who has close ties with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Meanwhile, Poland is a member of the European Union. In August this year, Belarus in fact relaxed visa policies for certain countries, notably Iraq. Now, aided by fake news as well as ambitious travel agents, many migrants believed this could be an easy backdoor into Europe and help them flee conflict in their own country for a better life elsewhere. Since then, migrants have taken flights to Minsk, which is the capital of Belarus, and then made their way to the border. But Poland has now accused Belarusian authorities of helping these migrants break through the border fence illegally and even distracting Polish forces with strobe lights to help these migrants cross. Iraqi migrants at the border have reportedly said Belarusian authorities supply them with weapons like wire cutters and axes. Reports have also emerged that some migrants did cross illegally into Poland in the middle of the night by cutting the fence, but Polish forces found them hiding in a forest on their side and sent them back to Belarus. So why aren't migrants returning back to their countries then if crossing the border is proving to be impossible? A BBC report has meanwhile quoted Polish authorities as saying the migrants are being prevented from returning back into Belarus by Belarusian authorities. The devastation we are seeing on the ground, however, is speculated to be just the surface of the problem. Lukashenko, who has ruled over Belarus for over 25 years, has been accused by Poland and the EU of weaponizing migrants to create a crisis for the EU. Now, why would Lukashenko do this? European officials say he is trying to retaliate against the EU for imposing sanctions after he claimed victory in a disputed 2020 election. But Lukashenko's government has called the accusations absurd. Let's rewind to 2020. Lukashenko wins a disputed 2020 election and fiercely cracks down on dissent and pro-democracy protests. The EU then imposes major sanctions on him, which hurts the Belarusian economy. Now, with the migrant crisis, Lukashenko could face even more sanctions, with the EU already threatening to blacklist Belarusian airlines who have helped all these migrants fly into Minsk. Let's look at Lukashenko's comments on migrants too. He has denied Belarusian authorities restricting migrants from leaving the border, saying, "But these people, I must say, are very stubborn. No one wants to return." Putin, considering his friendliness with Lukashenko, has also been accused of creating the flow of migrants to Europe. Putin has denied these allegations, but that said, Russia last week sent nuclear-capable strategic bombers and paratroopers to patrol over Belarus in a show of support. So what does the future look like for these migrants? Right now, it's very uncertain. Last week, Lukashenko reportedly spoke to German Chancellor Angela Merkel, and they agreed to provide humanitarian aid to migrants. But for now, that appears to be a temporary solution, given conditions are only going to get worse for the migrants as colder winter months approach. Thanks for watching. This is Pia Krishnankutty for ThePrint. We'll be back soon with a brand new episode.